Hello and welcome. This is James Blanchard Cisneros at your service. Today I'll be reading the April 12th Daily Inspirational Facebook post, the short version. It's only a couple paragraphs. Then I'll center myself for a moment and then I'll make some comments on the post. And I trust that it will assist both of us on our journeys. Here we go. Revisiting an eye for an eye. An eye for an eye is in no way an excuse for revenge. It is in no way a call to strike back at another for what you believe he or she has done to you. An eye for an eye simply reinforces the idea that we are all one, and thus that what you do to another, you are doing to yourself. This thought will best be understood in the life review process that takes place after physical death. In it, you will be shown and you will be able to feel and experience how the other person felt during the interaction. This is not done as a form of punishment, judgment, or revenge, but as a learning device to assist the developing soul more fully understand the consequences of their actions. Yet we need not wait for a physical death to experience right now how truly connected we are to each other. Paragraph 2. Today let us recognize that it is only those who play the game of an eye for an eye who are truly blind. Let us today not judge the blind, for that would make us blind ourselves. We are the children of the light, and for us to recognize this, we must offer it all that it represents to all others. It is only when our light extends from us that we get to see, share, and experience it. The more we get to see, share, and experience our light, the more worthy we will recall that we are of it. Remember that we are all children of the light, forever worthy of the light. Today, thank all others for offering you the opportunities to see, share, and experience your light, for helping you remember that you are forever worthy of all that God is. Today, allow your loving offerings to symbolize to you that you are finally beginning to truly see. This world, or the ego's world, if you will, has programmed us to believe that when somebody judges us, that we should judge them back. If somebody's angry at us, we should be angry at them. If somebody is revengeful, takes revenge on us, then we should take revenge on them. That's the insane mindset of the duality of this world. That duality meaning because we are love and light. The duality says that we are also judgment, anger, hatred, darkness. That this is also us, but this is not us. This is the programming that we have been taught to believe as real. We are only love and light. And so this says that if somebody judges you, you should judge them back. And then it says, well, the Bible says an eye for an eye. Therefore, what he or she does to me, I can do to them, and that's justified. But that's not what's really meant by an eye for an eye in the Bible. It's when, after physical death, as was spoken about in this post, you have your life review, and you see every interaction that you ever had with anybody, and you see how they felt while you were treating them. And not only do you see it, but you also feel it. And so you get to really experience what you offered them. And so whatever it is that you offered them, you get to see and experience yourself from their point of view. And this is not done to punish you because God is a punishing judge or judgmental God. No. That's done simply so that you can better understand the consequences of your actions. And when you do, you have better self-awareness, and then you can remember who you truly are and desire to be, and who you no longer desire to be, and how you no longer desire to act. And so that is a gift to us. It's not a form of punishment. We're not here to, in this world, to play the ego's silly little games. That's I think we all know by now it's a pretty insane way of coexisting with each other. And if you've come to this YouTube video, then I'm sure you've noticed that this here, there's an insanity to it. But the only reason that this insanity is kept alive is by our belief in the darkness. By us being unaware of who we truly are. That's what keeps this alive. But we don't have to play this game anymore. We can remember that we are the children of the light, that we are God's love's representatives here on earth. And so whenever the people on earth want to play this game, we don't have to play with them that game. We can simply offer them who we truly are and then come back to being who we truly are and being at peace with that. We're never going to truly find peace here. This is just a continual downward spiral that you can play as long as you want, but it will never get you to where you truly want to be, which is aligned with Source, with love, and all of love's expressions. That this is your true home, aligned with God. You were created from God. God thought and you were created. Light thought and you became light. Love thought and you became love. So you're here to represent. You're here on earth to represent light, to represent love, to represent all the expressions and aspects of light and love. And so let us offer today that to our brothers and sisters. Let us first recognize when we're playing in the ego mindset, when we're playing the little silly game of an eye for an eye. Let us recognize, oh, okay, somebody judged me. I want to judge them back. But you know what? I don't want to play that game anymore. Because I've already traveled that road 1,000 times before, in 1,000 different forms. And it never gets me to where I want to be. It never gets me to the state of peace, to joy. And so I know that this game doesn't get me to what I want. And I know this game doesn't represent who I truly am. So you know what? I'm not going to play this game anymore. And yes, if I get caught up in the game, let me remember that it's just a game. But I'm not a child any longer. I'm now a more self-aware individual. I'm now starting to remember that I am, excuse me. Oops. Sorry about that. The battery is low. Okay, let me continue. Sorry. And so we're not here to play this game today. Today, anytime we find ourselves in this game, let us simply recognize, oh, I'm playing the ego's eye for an eye game. You know what? I don't decide to play that anymore. I'm here to represent light and love. I'm a child of the light. So this is what I'm going to share with my brothers and sisters. So you share that by instead of playing the game, you do the opposite of what the game demands. If the game demands judgment, you offer forgiveness. If it demands condemnation, you offer compassion. If it demands revenge, you offer peace and understanding. And that's how you return back to being who you truly are, to representing who you truly are and who you were created to be. And then, when we do go back home, so to speak, we get to see how we were indeed, how we did properly represent God, love, light here on earth. And we can hold our head up high, knowing that we did what we were created to do, to represent Source, God, love, light here on earth to our brothers and sisters. And then let us thank our brothers and sisters, because it was all this practice that we had that taught us that this is not what we wanted to do anymore. But many of us have to play that game for a little while, maybe sometimes for decades, to see that this game doesn't get us here. It doesn't get us aligned with our Source. It doesn't get us to being who we were created to be. And so there's no more need to judge ourselves for that. There's no more need to punish yourself for being in the game. Simply recognize you're in the game and then come back. And you come back by offering love's expressions to those individuals who are trying to play the game with you. And so let us simply do that today. Let's be who we were created to be and hold our head held high so that when we return home, we can do so with our head held high. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. I love you very much. If you'd be so kind as to like, comment, or share this video, it would help with the listening process, and it might help somebody who can use this information find it one day. If you'd like to leave me a comment or a question, I would be delighted to try and offer a response. And if you can please subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would love to have you in that community. Again, thank you for your time. I love you very much, and God willing, we'll see each other tomorrow. Peace.